Well, sticking with the economy, obviously Rishi Sunak has announced an awful lot of spending and support for many millions of workers. But 10 months on from the first COVID lockdown, there are still millions of people falling through the cracks. The campaign group Excluded UK, who you've probably heard of at some point during the last few months, they say that around 3 million self-employed workers have been without any support since last March. It says life savings have been spent, loans have been taken out, and the toll on people's mental health is growing. Well, John Caudwell is the co-founder of Phones for You and a spokesman for Excluded UK, and he joins me now. Morning, John.
Good morning, Matt. How are you?
I'm very good. Explain what the impact has been on these 3 million people, why they've fallen through the cracks and what impact that's had on them financially and mentally.
Well, the rules that the government have set in place to make people eligible for various allowances have left gaps whereby people just don't end up qualifying on one set of rules or another. For instance, where they have to have at least 50% of their income from self-employed to be on the self-employed scheme. If they fall short of the 50% because they've got other income from something like a PAYE job, then they actually don't qualify. And there's a lot of examples like that where people are not qualifying. Now, clearly, the people who've been taxpayers all their lives and have been producing and contributing to the health and financial wealth of the UK, they've paid the taxes over all those years, and now they're being left out and hung out to dry. It's clearly not a deliberate attack by the government. What it is it's an accidental setting of rules that they haven't yet put right. And they need to put these rules right so that these people can claim some money and take the stress off themselves financially and mentally, and we have the same support or the same methods of support, the same levels of support of most of the other probably 27 million workers. So this really needs putting right for fairness and to save the economy.
Why do you think they have been overlooked? Is it because within the 3 million, there are some people who haven't been self-employed for very long, actually probably don't really qualify for any support? You know, you have to draw a line somewhere. I mean, obviously the Excluded UK has been a very sort of vocal campaign, but so far the government haven't reacted. Why do you think that is?
I really, really do not know, but I don't agree with you that you have to draw the line somewhere, because let's say somebody was employed until the middle of last year or the middle of 2019, then went self-employed. Why should they be excluded just purely and simply because they haven't got a set of accounts to show the government? You know, they've been a taxpayer all their lives in this particular example that I cite. They've been a taxpayer all their life. They were earning PAYE. They changed to a self-employed job to set up their own business, and they not got the years of trading experience to prove their profitability. But as a consequence of that, they're left completely out. Now, you know, we're talking here, in the scheme of things, relatively small sums of money. This COVID epidemic up to yet has probably cost the government £400 billion. If we just supported these 3,000 excluded, and it may not be all of them that need support, but some of them desperately need the support. But even if we supported all of them with £2,000 a month, which is not a huge sum of money, we're only talking 3 billion. Now, of course, 3 billion is a big sum of money, but relative to the damage done to the UK economy, done to the amount of money that the government have already had to put into this pandemic, another 3 billion to ensure fairness, to save people's lives, and I mean save people's lives because some of these people have committed suicide out of despair, to save people's lives, but to be fair, you know, and to treat them fairly. So 3 billion is not the end of the world to the government of taxpayers' money and of borrowing money to bring justice and equalisation.
Well, it's really good to speak to you. That's John Caudwell there, who's the co-founder of Phones for You, but also a spokesman for the Excluded UK. And we wait to see what Rishi Sunak makes of all of that in his economic update to the House of Commons.